Now, let me answer number one and know how do we think. Number one, of course, I must look at the question in book, I find the vocab, so I must read. As I told you, in vocab, we test skills, although, so we have contrast, not close related. So the other part must be related. If something related, just like similars. Look, it's not about examples of concern, but wait. But I guess from the contrast. So the heterogeneous of matters share basic, they share. If we share something, we share something similarity, another evidence. And then examples to help you, including, so contrast technique, vocab to help you to know the answer, examples. And then additional explanation from the writer to help you, traits. So both of them share the same traits of the two groups of mammals. Independently, both of them developed in response to equivalent roles. We have four evidence. Equivalent, it means they are equal in something. They share traits. All of this to tell you it must be letter D. But wait, why not concerns? Because we're not talking about what is our concerns here or fears of something out of context. Example, if we have example, it must be not related. Because example to prove previous idea, not to prove the opposite. So look, indications means evidence. Indications means evidence. Remember. Okay, they share basic evidence, but how? It must be all opposite, not close related. So trust the writer. Trust the writer, not the test maker. Test maker use words opposite. So trust writer. You have although it must be opposite to that. So evidence wrong. And by the way, A means C. Because this evidence is evidence. So both of them wrong. That means easy question. Now again, let me answer it. I'm just remind you of the skills we did. Of course, I look quickly and let's summarize the main idea from the first reading, but very quickly. In reduction, all right. So the verb identifies an increasing sense of what? So we have adverb, and the adverb will modify adjective or verb or another adverb. Here we have adjective. So we need word to describe the feminist mode of writing. Look in contrast to. So the contrast technique of writing. So your answer here must be opposite to something mentioned here. He said that? The writer, not the test maker. So in contrast to many women authored science fiction stories of whose politics, the writing, were less not deliberately signaled. So in their writing, they don't mention directly politics. They keep it hidden. The reader understand. So your answer here must be opposite to this part. So what is opposite to this part? This is the question. Prudent, common word means carefully, cautiously, wisely. But I need something opposite to that. Overtly. What means overt? Overt, common word means over. If something over, it's up on the surface. If something up on the surface, it's clear to the eyes. So overtly means openly, directly, not less deliberately. So it can be letter B because it's opposite. So here, less deliberate means hidden, secret. But here, it's open. It's opposite. Chord. Chord in Latin root means lovely. Or something you love it, you agree about it. But we're not talking about that increasing lovely feminist mode. What is the explanation? We need something opposite to that. Lovely opposite to less deliberately? Wrong. Inadvertently means less deliberately. Look, inadvertently means less deliberately. We need something opposite to less deliberately. So D means the same, but we need opposite. So it must be letter B. So the test maker used techniques of similar to the content, similar to the vocab, but we need the opposite. So what helped me? The techniques of the writer. So the test maker follows the writer. What helped me? The Latin root, as I told you. Overt means open. Court means lovely, or you agree about something, or you love it. Advertent means deliberate. In means less. That's why. Remember, Khalid, any word in any official test expected to be in any test because the test maker does not choose the question randomly. Very carefully, especially word like that. Respective or respected or respectful or irrespectively. So look, different meaning for confusing words. So be careful, my dear. That is the way how to think, but very quickly. If you found any difficult words like anthology, ask yourself, do we have any Latin roots like ansel? Yes, anthology refers to human studies, civilization, like that. If you don't understand it, don't care. Know it from the example of what is this word. If you don't know, don't care. He said here writing, so this could be a piece of writing. And already he said editor. So I mean, just like how to guess. Now, Dr. Khalid, it's your turn. Try.
Cancer. Maybe B.
Hold there. Letter D.
Cancer.
Letter
I
D.
said letter B.
B. So B, it's
Yes.
correct. But I need to know why A is wrong. Remember, I don't need you to guess. We have specific ways of testing. Follow it to prove. Number one, this is verb. Find the subject and object. Follow the way. Who is going to exasperate or redressing or optimizing? Do you remember the modifier? Phrase, comma, subject, verb, complement. I mean complete sentence. Look, verb plus ing. That's why we start writing. Who is going to do that? The subject after the comma. Scholars. Scholars wanted to do something to the trend, the long-standing trend of overemphasizing. So they focus too much on teenagers and young. So they wanted to expand, to focus more, to add another ages, senior citizens. Exasperate, to memorize it, Khalid. Exasperate mentioned to the word worse. To know worsen is to make something worse. You see, for the sound, The sound of the word can help you exasperate, worsen, similar sound can help you. So are you going to make it bad? How? So it's opposite.
Okay.
This can help you. Number 4. Follow. They say
C.
so. Letter C, wrong.
Wrong.
Yes, because you didn't follow the way. We test you for verb. Find the subject and object. After reading, you will find they were disputing. Disputing what?
Disapproving of. Mm,
Let's read
No. No.
every inch of the object. Disputing what? Every inch our passage. So our passage the object with their wagons, sand trucks. So who are they? Fund it. Food vendors and shoppers. So subject, verb, and object. Shoppers and vendors, what are they doing to their passage? Our passage, our walking, our way, walking. So arguing with the passage, disapprove, asserting. Asserting position means you assert that something is related to you, something is belonging to you. Assert position. But no, but preventing resistance, like they make us slow in our walking. So you are walking, shoppers, stop shoppers, vendors. So they stop your progress of walking. So letter D, correct. Follow the way, can help you. The same technique. Try.
Okay. Imitated by.
No, follow the way. Let me help you. While. While. You compare between two things opposite. While recent scholarship has undermined. Undermine. You ignore something, you don't care. Claims. That what? Of what is a claim? Remember, the works of 12th century Islamic philosopher Ibn Rushd were. So here we have adjective. You must find what does it describe. It describes noun or pronoun. You must find the noun. Works were what? Among toward other Muslim philosophers of his time. While that opposite, it is indisputable. Dispute, disagree in, it's proved, it's certain that his location in the Muslim ruled area of what is now Spain meant what? His works were primarily available thousands of miles west of the epicenter of Islamic thought. It's thousands of miles. How his works controversial among? We are not talking about the argue because contra or contra or counter, you argue about something, you disagree. But we don't mention that the Muslim philosophers argue about his works. Wrong. Antagonist means it's opposite. No, A means B. Because an, as I told you, a or an or ana at the beginning means opposite, against. So the works against the works of Muslims? But how? He lives too far. So opposite. Imitate to copy. The works were imitated. So Muslim philosophers imitate, copy, or even steal from his works. Don't have any ideas like that. So literacy is wrong. Why inconsensual correct? Consequence, it means effect, means the works affected the Muslim philosophers. But it's not because we have in. It means here the works does not affect the Muslim philosophers. Why? Because his works were thousands of miles. Oh, miles, how can they meet or affect each other? So letter D, it is correct. Follow the way. If we test you for adjective, it must describe noun or pronoun. If it describes pronoun, you must find the noun. Very important. So we always test you for verb, for noun, for adjective, for adverb. Most common. The same way. But here different questions, for example. Now we can answer one of it and then jump to another skill. Let's read. Function, focus on it. Finish reading. Let's go to the question. Remember something. It refers to the underlined only, not the whole paragraph or the text. The underlined only. Elaborate, elaborate, to illustrate, to eliminate, to add details, to prove. So is it add the details on the previous statement? Read. He said his style suffered, changed, and sudden it changed transformation. The following sentence already explains it, develops it, elaborates it, turning away from transformation, from landscape painted in an expressionist style. Then Johnson began painting portraits of Americans in bold new way. That's called the change. He was painting in an expression style. If you don't know what means expressions, read definition between two dashes to help you. So it's correct. Yes or no?
Yes.
But wait. It provides information about Johnson's travels, the underlying in support of a claim. But this one, it does not talk about, describe what is the transformation, not travels to prove it. Wrong. It recounts, all of them the same. Look, provides, recounts, presents, recounts a moment in his personal life. Yes, but wait, that enabled the success of his subsequent career. Does not talk about the career. You know, something else. Describe the style. So it presents evidence that calls into question. Calls into question, it means it's opposite. It refers to doubt, to reservation, to prove the opposite about characterization. It does not talk about characterizations of his development. And it's not a question. Question here means doubt. But here it means it develops or explains so literally. So be careful about the scientific terms and answers. Like claim. That's why. So of course we have different ways. Let's jump to questions of writing. I'm just giving you examples of what we did. Let's see from the beginning. Yes. Here's the questions of the writing style, grammar, structures as we did. Now, in the questions of writing, if you wanted to be focused like that, read the sentence only. So I read very quickly to understand, and here I stop. Now ask yourself, do you need verb or phrase? Do you need verb or phrase? Remember. So when I read by preposition phrase, comma, look again. Phrase, comma, subject, verb, complement, full stop. I mean complete sentence, whatever it is. So at the beginning, so here we need phrase. We need phrase, not sentence. Remember, this is structure very important. So here we need phrase. This is verb. Present simple wrong. Present simple wrong. I need phrase. Past participle phrase. Present participle phrase. Now you are in a big trap. Created passive. Creating active. I told you. So what or who was created? The saloon. So the saloon creating? The saloon creating how? The saloon could be was created. Imagine. So I need passive, not active. Yes or no? So it must be was created, so it is passive. So it must be past participle. This is so the modifier chapter very important. Very important. As I told you, any phrase at the beginning, any phrase, prepositional phrase, present participle, past participle, apostrophe phrase, any phrase, comma, complete sentence, full stop, correct. Structure. The phrase can be at the end, complete sentence, full stop, phrase, full stop, correct. So here we have any phrase to describe something before, correct. The phrase can be in the middle, number 2. Number 3, in the middle, it can be in any placement in the sentence. Imagine, subject to comma, phrase, comma, verb, full stop, correct. In the middle, I can use phrase or phrases or phrase and clauses. Be careful, my friend. That's why we test you. If we test you for phrase, you don't need verb. Again, in this question, look the same. Do we need phrase or verb? Let's read. Of course, I will read very quickly, and when I come to the sentence, I stop. It's an example of anti-metable. What does that mean? Comma and a positive phrase. Look, sentence, comma, a positive phrase. A positive phrase to describe what means anti-metable. Technique writing, that. That here means which. So your subject is writing technique. So the verb needs a subject. Where is the subject? Technique. Or writing? Writing techniques or technique. If you don't understand what means writing technique, it is the same with the preface because it's a positive phrase. So your subject anti-mutable or technique. This is singular, so you need singular. What is singular? Letter D. Look, remember this is the only way to understand. Don't follow hacks of if you found three plural, three plural delete, three singular delete. This is called hacks. Guess. If the question difficult and you are confused, you can use it. Take a risk, but don't follow it. So it's letter D. So this question test your subject-verb agreement. Where is the subject? Where is the verb? So I read only the sentence, but read the preface quickly. Now, my friend, your turn. Number 20.
C.
Number 20, it's letter C, correct. You take a lot of time, and this is wrong. Time is very important. Remember, something very important. When you read a question of punctuation, focus on the sentence only. From full stop, full stop. Follow the rules. Before semicolon, it must be complete sentence, whatever it is, simple or not. And after, it must be complete sentence. So we check from here to the punctuation. Is that complete sentence? Her innovative poems popularized. Yes, it's a sentence. The poems are popularized, but after from here, look. Is this part sentence or fragment? Fragment. How did you know? Delete the phrases, preposition phrase, non-essential delete, preposition phrase. You will find the use of. So the use of is only subject. So this part fragment. So it's wrong. Remember, I practiced the rules that we did. Always follow the rules. Is wrong. Before calling, it must be complete sentence. It's a complete. After calling, it can be complete or incomplete. We don't care. But it must be explanation. Is this part? Explain this part. Is this part tells you the reason why it's popularized? No. So column is wrong. comma. Remember, comma. So very important, very, very important. Why we use comma? Before complete sentence. Yes. If you wanted to use comma, you need phrase, as I told you. Look, complete sentence phrase. But wait, this is not a definition of poems or popularized. This is not a positive additional information to describe something before. So comma is wrong. Look, very important. I'm just only practice the rules. We don't use sense or guess. Follow the rules only. That's all. Let me tell you a secret. It can help you if the question difficult. But try to memorize. Subject, comma, verb, complement, full stop, wrong. Subject, verb, comma, object, full stop, wrong. Look here. Subject, poems. Look, comma. Look, we have verb. I mean the object here. So here we have verb. Look, and then comma, and then the object. So verb, object between them, comma, wrong. That's it. Feel it? This can help you.
Yes.
And if you would like to master punctuation, follow my way. What's it? When you read any English, ask yourself, why do we have commas here? Look, additional information between the subject and the verb. Yes, as the mister says, we can use it like that. Subject, comma, information, comma, verb. Yes, in the middle, you can use any phrase. Here, past participle phrase. So we need two commas. Great. Between parentheses, additional information, don't care. Like that, to describe something before. You need the problem. We always follow the rules. Again, follow the rules. Researchers. So subject, investigated how. So how, blah, blah, blah. And then, comma, they found that. So are they asking a question? Remember, here we have a new sentence. This is the end. Let me tell you a secret. Remind you. Do you remember the direct and indirect question? We did. If I'm asking you direct question, it's a question. Like when we will start session, Dr. Khalid, I'm asking you. But when I say your father called me or asked me, you see, when we will start, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you he asked me. So my talking to you is a sentence.
Yes.
So now here
Yeah, it's
so it must be a sentence.
yes. Yes.
Order of a question.
Yes.
In the verb, the main verb, we have to stop. Order of a question, wrong. Here, order of a question, it can be here, people, subject, verb, order of sentence, question mark, wrong. Here, order of sentence, it can be, so we test you.
D is the answer.
So this is correct, so this is wrong, because it's indirect. Investigated how? The writer does not ask a question. Be careful. That's why. Now, my dear, you understand? Try again. Look again. Singular, 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 letter D. But this is coincidence. A chance. Possibility. Not rules. If you do that, you will lose. And it's a D, correct? But wait. It's a verb. So we test you for subject verb agreement. Tense. So read only the sentence of the question. Only. Remember time. So look, such quotidian objects, subject, and then past participle. Look, as I told you, comma, verb. The writer wants to add many non-essential. Look, non-essential, and another again non-essential. So no problem. comma, non-essential comma, no problem, the subject verb. So here we test you for the verb. So your subject must be here. Now, the subject must be noun or pronoun. Adjective delete. IAN, adjective delete. Your subject is object. Object is plural. Object, plural, of course. So we need plural verb. So we test you for subject verb agreement. So we test you Khalid for this structure. Why do we have commas? Agreement must be in the letter D, correct. That's why my different. But coincidence, 3 singular delete. Your turn.
A. Letter A.
24, letter A, wrong, my friend. Letter C. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. While reading Jamaican British artist, title, name, no punctuation. So subject is known for verb. And then you will find it's a complete sentence. So the writer is going to start a new sentence again. Look, subject verb. But the new sentence, Khalid, it's phrases a positive informations before he starts the sentence. Look, that means you are going to start a new sentence from the word creation. So we have two complete sentences. Between them, can keep it without punctuation, run on mistake. Comma only, comma splice mistake. Splice means only. Fanboys, okay, but we need comma. So this rock. Full stop, it can be. So to complete sentence, we can use full stop, can use semicolon, can use comma fanboys. We can use dash, single dash, can use calling. We can use subordinating conjunction. Why not? Between two complete sentences. Remember, I say sentence, not clause. Sentence can be simple, complex compound, complex compound. Very important. That's all. So I can keep the rest of the test for you homework. Do you agree?
Okay.
So I will send it to you, plus notes, plus revision, as much as you can. Make English subject as desserts during studies. Any break, any 2 minutes, open any question and answer. And now Khalid,
إن
take care of your health. Stay safe and strong. Inshallah, Khalid.
شاء الله.
Stay strong.